Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we have the Slayer class event, so I have a team for you that I would use, without restriction, you know, and then the no mythic, no legendary, no Dawnbringer. There's only like 9 troops to choose from in this restriction, so it's kind of crazy and not much you can do. So I'm sure a lot of people are gonna have similar teams today. Luckily, we can use whatever weapon we want, so that's cool. Also, I need y'all to pray for somebody, please. Please pray for DC United. DC United is now a center, one with the choir. I need you to pray for them. DC United became a member. Hit the join button, the link in the description, the box that pops up and asks you. It helps a ton. It's dollars instead of pennies. And shout out to DC for hitting that button and becoming a center. So please pray for DC United. Thank you so much, man. Does way more than just that. He's a guildie. He's giving me gifts all the time in the guild, gems, and just a upstanding citizen of the choir. Anyway, here we have the first team for the class event, the Slayer class event. Slayer is a bougie class that is decent at the end game once you get like Zul'Goth, so you can use Fireblade, Zul'Goth. It's pretty fun. I've shown some teams with it before. But you don't really want to mess with leveling it to 100 until you have Zul'Goth, so if you don't have Zul'Goth, I wouldn't go too crazy in this event today. But I got Moira, King Bloodhammer, Jar of Eyes, and what's that guy's last? What's his name? Bonebinder. Yeah, Bonebinder. I knew that. I didn't have to go back and look or anything. I knew it. But yeah, so Moira changes green to Doom Skulls, right? And does a little bit of damage. King Bloodhammer changes blue to Doom Skulls and does a little bit of damage to two strongest enemies. And the Jar of Eyes blows up the board, brown to be exact, and summons a blue storm, which will help King Bloodhammer line up his attack, his conversion, and it'll also get Moira up, or help her get up. Look at that right there. Did you see that? Boom, boom, boom. That was like a one-turn win right there. Decent, but Bonebinder just there because there was really nothing else. He makes like 7 Doom Skulls and has a summon. The Jar of Ice has a summon, so if you happen to get into any trouble, if you're going super deep, you have 2 summons at the bottom of your team to, survive and get through a battle maybe. But yeah, that's I was trying to get green and get my Jar of Eyes up and then cast it as soon as possible so I can make that blue storm, blow up a bunch of brown, get Moira and King Bloodhammer up. And I was pretty much casting a Bonebinder only when there was nothing else really going on, when I didn't have a good convert. And hopefully when there's a decent amount of skulls or Doom Skulls on the board. But yeah, good team, and it did pretty well. It's maybe not the fastest team in the world, but it's pretty safe and pretty good and fast. So that's the team I would use if I didn't restrict myself to no mythic, no legendary, no Dawnbringer, which we're doing right here. So this is the the NOx3, if you will. One day I won't have to explain it, but yeah, no mythic, no legendary, no Dawnbringer team. We have the triple gem hammer. She starts empowered. She's an epic troop, I'm pretty sure, and she does a certain amount of damage. And she does a decent amount of damage, and then she steals 5 attack from them, so that'll help out a little bit. And I think she does like triple damage if they're a monster, something like that. And then she'll deal double skull damage to monsters. So maybe if you start to see that the enemies are monsters, you could put her in first slot. But I didn't really, I was going for I'm using Rune Priest with Dwarf. So I have some barrier and whatnot, and I'm trying to level up Rune Priest. Rune Priest is a dwarf, so I got all dwarves. So I'm using the Kegs Crusher, which does what colors? It was like brown and blue, based on dwarven allies. Plus it does damage based on dwarven allies. We got 4 dwarven allies. So what I was doing was I got the 3 empowered gem hammers. We're deeper in the Slayer class event, so early on you can one shot, one shot, one shot, one shot, but later on you're gonna have to like cast 2 gem hammers on the first troop, or maybe 1 on the first troop and then skulls, and then 1 on the second troop, then skulls, then maybe your third gem hammer, and then probably your keg crusher which will hopefully make a bunch of brown and get all the rest of your gem hammers back up again. So, I don't know, it was working pretty good for a no team at the very end of the free battles, which is, I like to make it as hard as I can on myself. Changing my medals up right now because I didn't have them on right, but 2 Nishas and an Anu. Or no. I should have done 3. I should have done 3 Nishas. I messed up there. Gem Hammer is empowered, so there's no reason to do Anu there. So my bad on that one. But yeah, just getting the 25 gems for the free sigil battles today because I already have Slayer to 100. I already made this leaderboard a long time ago. I don't really need to mess with it. But if you just got Zul'Goth and you already have Sun Spear to 100, you might want to throw some gems at this class event. I know it's a busy week with Guild Wars, World Event, Campaign, all that stuff, but if you have Zul'Goth and you're trying to make a crazy good team with a Fireblade, Slayer is the way to go with that combo there. Slayer, Fireblade, and Zul'Goth go together really well. Zul'Goth burns all the enemies, and then you just triple skull damage. It's pretty nice. So, but yeah, as far as this goes, like I said, Gem Hammer starts 3 Gem Hammers starting empowered. Early on, you'll one-shot. Later on, you can combo, wombo, kill, use 2 of them to kill a troop, or hit 1 and then use skulls to kill it, or hit 1 and then use Kegs Crusher to kill it and get all the Gem Hammers back up. Like, pretty sure you can at least get the free battles done pretty easily with this no team. All right, here is the third team of the day. This is Guild Wars. And today is Purple Day for PS4. Yesterday, what was yesterday? Brown Day, I went 5-0. And the day before that, I think, was Yellow Day, and I went 5-0. So far, 5-0 all week. I'm knock on wood because, I could run into some goblins or some crazy freezing team or some looping Divinish Bala team or some crazy team that will just take me out easily. But I am pretty much undefeated. I was Paragon in the Bats Out of Hail before they kicked me out for no reason. Then I moved on to Morgenstern, and I became their Paragon pretty quickly, and then they disbanded their whole guild. And now we're in Awesome Mana Bombers, my place I should have been all along. And I 5-0 so far this week. 5-0 and 5-0 the first 2 days, and here is my purple team. So basically, the last 8 or 9 Guild Wars battles in a row, undefeated. So, but yeah, I'm using Archmagus with my purple team. Archmagus is one of the best purple classes in the game. The only thing about it is it doesn't have a purple storm, but it just gives you like extra purple and like you have a 50% start, and I don't know, it's just really good. But we're gonna do Doomed Scythe, the Grey King, Obsidious, and Leprechaun. All purple troops, that's what you want to do in Guild Wars. Use the color of the day. That's how you get the most points. Unless you're on a new account playthrough like me, which you saw me yesterday, go 3-2. You should go check that out if you didn't watch that yesterday. I'm level 150 in bracket like 20 something, and I went 3-2. I had a winning record somehow with like no mythics, no legendaries, just using Rowan and Golden Cog, Royal Engineer, and Leprechaun. I went 3-2. But yeah, with this team, it's a converting type of team, kinda, not really. It's just you use your the Grey King to kinda like you can silence their whole team if you pick the color that they use. You can do true damage if you pick. You just have to look at the enemy team and like decide what color they use the most or who's about to cast. There's many different ways you can use the Grey King, and that's why he's a top 10 troop. You can choose a certain color that you need, and when you destroy that color, you get the mana from it. You can use him as board control and destroy a certain color to make yourself an extra turn or something, or to get rid of a color that the enemy uses. You can choose a color that will silence mana drain and all that stuff, whatever color enemy that is the most numerous on the enemy's team. Or you can just choose a color that has the most and that will do the most damage. You know what I mean? So the Grey King has many different ways to use it. I usually use it as like a disruptor kind of. I'll pick whoever whatever color the enemy uses the most, and that's usually the color I'll pick. Sometimes I'll pick my color that I need, like purple, and like I said, you can even use it for board control. So the Grey King's awesome. He's a top 10 mythic. And then the Doom Scythe, one of the best doomed weapons in the game. It transforms yellow into Doom Skulls. And then we have Obsidius, going to stun all enemies on 4 or 5 gem matches, so they can't use their traits. And of course, Leprechaun, Empowered Exploder, getting our team up a little bit faster. So yeah, those are my teams for today. A little shorter video because some people didn't like the longer video the other day. So, I could start doing them short like this if you want, post commentary. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.